Alright. Got Firebolt, which is killing basically everyone by now, and I've got Healing and Magic, and somebody who won't stop honking their horn across the street. It's time to knock shit out. I've really grinded out everything I need to do. So, I've decided to complete the challenge. I'm gonna try to complete the Civil War quest line. So I just want everyone to know that, like I said in the first Skyrim video, if you choose Stormcloaks, you're either a fanatic for Nords, or you hate living and are stupid. And that's a fact. There's nothing but objective truth to this assessment. In all seriousness, if you actually don't understand the lore. So basically, the Empire is not willingly supporting the Aldmeri Dominion. They're not willingly banning Talos. The Empire is in like a horrible state. They just kind of don't explain that very well. So I'm gonna join the Empire, and I'll explain more afterwards. Blah 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 blah. So actually, all these camps are gonna be really freaking awesome to get. Reason being, I just picked something up.
Smart woman.
Oh my god, dude. I'm not starting with this. I'm not starting with this. What did I even take? I just wanted the map!
Trouble?
Trouble? Alright, back to the lore. So, the Empire is going to fight the Aldmeri Dominion. And it's just a matter of time before the Aldmeri Dominion and the Empire fight again. And if the Nords are not standing with the Empire, then they're against it. And if the Empire, let me actually like pronounce words right. If the Empire falls, then that's kind of the end. That's kind of bad. You do not want the Aldmeri Dominion to rule. That is the High Elves, by the way. The High Elves having everything. So yeah, that's kind of like the doomsday scenario. The Aldmeri Dominion, if I'm correct, don't even worship the same pantheon. I'm pretty sure they have their own interpretation of the divine. But yeah, so the Nords need to stay with the Empire. Otherwise, the chances of the Empire regrouping and consolidating their forces and then fighting back the Aldmeri Dominion when the second war finally comes is gonna be significantly lower. So yeah, we're basically doing the Empire. That, and I've been replaying Oblivion, and just this morning I beat Oblivion for like the 50 trillionth time, and I just love it so much. I will also say that Ulfric Stormcloak is a fucking racist. Like, the treatment of Argonians or Dark Elves and shit like that, all those races that have liberties under the Empire and that the Stormcloaks treat like crap. Yeah, maybe don't support them, you fucking racists. And that's especially important to me, because Dark Elves are the best fucking race, and Morrowind is the best game, fuck you. But yeah, I guess more on Oblivion. So if you don't know the storyline to that, I mean, it's fucking wonderful. When I was young I didn't really appreciate it, but I love the transformation of Martin from some parish priest to fucking god tier emperor to spoilers, skip ahead to avoid this. Him sacrificing himself, not even really being emperor for even a day, and it's like, it's tragic, but it's also heroic. It's like, I'm not ever fighting the Empire after that, because this is Martin's Empire right here, dude. I'm fighting for Martin. I'm gonna preserve his project, because he gave his life for this Empire, and, you know, all of Tamriel in turn. And if you can't appreciate that sacrifice, then I guess we got a problem. And I'll see you on the battlefield, you fucking racist ass Nord. But yeah, spoiler talk is over if you were skipping ahead. But the cool thing with Martin is that you can kind of peel away layers to his character that they don't immediately just give away. That's kind of like what Bethesda's good at. It's just nobody realizes that. Bethesda's really good at making in-depth stories, except they don't share them, and they don't really make an effort to put them in the player's way, which really sucks. Because they used to be super good at that, especially in Morrowind. But yeah, in Oblivion, Martin talks, if you ask him about Diedrich magic, he talks about how he wasn't always some parish priest, how when he was younger, he tried to learn and use Diedrich magic with his friends, and it turned out horribly, and his friends died, and like he carries that guilt on his shoulders, and it really explains why he's so down and out of it. Why are you out here? What? Huh? Hey, you can't farm this. Good man. Good man. And a dark elf. But anyways, yeah, so Martin, like, there's reasoning for why his character is so, not pessimistic, but, you know, gloomy. So heavy, really. And he's kind of insecure. He does not think that he's worthy. And you can really understand why if you ask him and, like, you know, delve into his story. Dead. So to cover what all I've done so far, as you can see, I've grinded out these potions using the dupe, because I'm trying to break this as much as possible. Maybe not too much, but enough to kind of, you know, level things in my favor, since if I die, that's the end of this. But I am loaded. I've got these hotkeyed, so I can just regain them back in a second. So it's really just a matter of avoiding any insta-death, like fall damage, or using them quick enough so I don't get fucking trapped in a kill move. Because I swear to God, I hate Skyrim's kill moves. Like, I don't think they're impressive. I think they're fucking annoying. And it's not the fact that they exist, it's the fact that I will fucking be fighting someone and I'll be scraping by, and suddenly the enemy will initiate a kill move, even though I'm definitely not one hit away from dying. And it pisses me off so much. I gotta be close. Yeah, okay, it's right there. Alright, first challenge. This is gonna be my first big fight. Because I've farmed, but I've not really got into any storylines or anything like that. I did join the Mages College, but I have not done any quests for it. Let's see, so Magicka on 5, just like I play Oblivion. Oh my god, that's all it's gonna give me. Oh, and I have Sven as a companion. I didn't really cover that in the first video. I skimmed over a lot of stuff because it was boring exploit stuff, but I do have Sven, and he's awesome because he'll randomly start playing the flute if I'm just, you know, minding my own business. And I really want to... I almost don't want to level up because Firebolt is just so useful at this level. Hi, Sven. You doing work? Did he just go in? Oh. This is the prison. I believe there are some dudes to free. I don't remember. I don't really play Skyrim that much. It's not ingrained in my mind as much as other stuff. It all kind of just washes into a bland sea of uninspired trash. There's so many cool things to Skyrim, but it's not enough. Like with Oblivion, there's a lot of parts to it that are kind of bland. But when I play Oblivion, I will just stumble upon the coolest fucking quests and the coolest scenes, like fucking Vermina. Pretty sure it's Vermina. Vermina's quest sends you into the coolest fucking locale in there, where like a fucking fort's been warped into a nightmare, and it's so cool. And then there's another quest that's actually kind of famous for the game, where you actually go into a nightmare. And then Vermina gives you a cool fucking staff with a unique spell effect called Corruption. If you you shoot someone with a Corruption spell and it clones them, and their clone starts fucking killing them, and it's real fucking cool. There's shit like that, and you just don't find it in Skyrim, so it's kind of like there's no excitement. It's like, oh, the Mace of Molag Bal, it's gonna hurt your stamina or some shit. It's like, it's so standard, there's no fucking cool shit to it. There's kind of like Wabbajack, and I think that's about the extent, but who knows? Maybe I'll learn more as I play. I think this is definitely gonna rekindle my interest in playing Skyrim, just this playthrough in general. Even if I die, kind of with San Andreas, I'll play it on my own, because I'm interested to see, finally give myself a chance to revisit Skyrim after all this time, because last time I really tried Skyrim, let's see, there was one time, I wouldn't say, I got really far, I did a lot of quests in it, but I would not say I really got into it. It was like, just out of obligation, and I can just tell that I did not enjoy it. I forced myself to play the game, and that was like 2 years ago, and I know I forced myself because I barely fucking remember it. Even though I know I did a ton of shit. Like, I did Dawnstar, I did the main quest, I did not complete fucking Dragonborn, which I totally should have, because I've played the original Solstheim DLC for Morrowind, and visiting that locale was fucking awesome. It just felt like every enemy was a fucking damage sponge, so it was not fun. I have to say, the cities in Skyrim, I don't know if it's just the wonderful nostalgic splendor that Oblivion has for me, but the cities in Oblivion are slightly better than Skyrim cities, I think. Cause let's see, there's a lot of holds that are fucking boring. Like, is it Falkreath? Yeah, Falkreath, fucking boring. Riften's actually one of my favorites in the game. Dawnstar's fucking boring. Morthal's boring. I mean, the unique locations, like Solitude, I wouldn't say Solitude's really that unique. It does have the cool arch going for it. I would say Markarth is a standout. I like it. I like the Dwemer elements. I do like Whiterun. It's kind of like your standard city at like the baseline. Riften's cool. I like it. Winterhold sucks. Dawnstar sucks. Morthal sucks. Windhelm sucks. I'm gonna say that. It's not that interesting. I feel like it could be interesting, but it just doesn't really meet the excitement of some other locales. Falkreath is fucking boring, but not all of them gotta be like awesome locales. Like, in Oblivion, there's Breville and there's Leyawiin, and they're just the same fucking city. So, I think it is just nostalgia. I got rose-tinted glasses for Oblivion cities, but the unique cities in Oblivion are infinitely cooler to me. Probably because of the nostalgia factor. Like Anvil, that is my stomping grounds, bro. I also think the Imperial City is really cool, even if they kind of underdelivered. But what can you do? I wouldn't even say it's a matter of technology for back then. I think like Bethesda would totally fucking cheap out and do the same bullshit that they pulled with the Imperial City and like Elder Scrolls 6 even. Like, it should be a sprawling metropolis, but instead it's like a fucking Lego set. It's so small, so downsized. Even in the opening cinematic for Oblivion, you see the guards literally walking the walls, and they're oversized. It's so insane. They did not scale things to proportion, so it looks ridiculous. I gotta admit, I'm so glad that Skyrim was not the introduction to the Elder Scrolls for me. It started with Morrowind. Well, I guess it really started with Oblivion, but I guess I'll tell that story while I'm walking to this place. Didn't I buy a horse? Did I kill that horse farming for stuff? I don't remember. I was farming on Cicero over here at first, because I knew he was invincible. Cicero is actually one of those great examples of Bethesda's writing being super in-depth. They just don't put it in your face, so a lot of people don't know it's there. They don't know how or they don't know to appreciate it. Come on, WoW. Die. So yeah, the story between me and Elder Scrolls is kind of wicked, and I'm so glad that I have this in my life, that this was or is my relationship with the Elder Scrolls. So my mom's friend had Oblivion on his Xbox like forever ago when I was like 6. I could have even been younger, I'm not even sure if I'm honest. But I played it, and he made a character for me, and I tried to play the intro, and then I was like, this is scary as fuck, dude. Like, can you do it for me? And that's exactly what I said. I said the F word as a kid. He's like, fuck you, fucking play it for me, fucking idiot. But I might have to concentrate to not die here, but I don't think so, because I'm kind of wrecking shit. So I played Oblivion. I fucking I'm pretty sure I died or reset the game or something like that like 2 times, and he had to play the intro for me more than once. I know that, and I look back on that and I'm like, damn, how did he not lose his patience with me? Why was he not like, okay, you're just not gonna play this game, kid? And I loved it so much. I thought it was the coolest fucking game ever, because up until that point I was playing like Sonic Adventure DX on my GameCube, and so, you know, I didn't realize there were games as fucking cool and mystical as Oblivion. So we got home, and a couple days later or something like that, I don't know exactly. I was young, and I don't fucking remember anything from childhood, dude. But my mom was like, "Oh yeah, we can try to get that game, and we can play it." It's like, that's awesome, wicked. So my mom comes home one day, she's like, I got the game, and I was like, oh cool, and she was like, well, it's not actually the game, it's apparently one of the games earlier in the series. It's like, okay, I'm young and I don't care, it's probably cool. And then it was Morrowind, and I have vivid memories of watching my mom play Morrowind. And bear in mind, my mom works at a bank. She's like a project lead or something like that. You know, she's like one of the fucking 50 trillion vice presidents of the bank. You hear vice president, you're like, oh my god, your mom's fucking crazy. And my mom is crazy. She's the best woman in the world, but not that kind of vice president. But you would not expect her to be playing Elder Scrolls, especially not Morrowind. But she played it. She beat it all the way through. I have vivid memories of her hitting the fucking hammer on the Heart of Lorkhan or whatever. And I tried playing the game, but I was too young to fucking have the patience for it. And finally we got Oblivion, and by the time Oblivion came around, my entire family was playing it, and my entire family being me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. My dad even. The only game my fucking dad plays is Call of Duty now. We played it on our one PC in the house, and we just take turns. And I remember I would never leave the cities, because I thought the game was hard. And it's not. But I would watch as my family would level up and do quests, and I would just like wander around the Imperial City and Anvil, and sometimes do the quest for Benris Manor. I don't even know how I got to that point, because you need like 1,500 gold to buy it in the first place, and there's no way I got that much money because I didn't do anything. But I remember watching my mom play Oblivion after that. She, I know she got vampirism. I remember her doing the Cure for Vampirism quest, and I remember thinking it was the longest thing ever. I thought it was like a journey to cure her, and I was like, dang, this game's hardcore. If you get vampirism, there's like major consequences. And now I play as a vampire just because I like the stat increase. Fuck personality, you don't need that attribute. And from there, I mean, the rest is kind of history. I actually grew up on Bethesda because of that. Like, before that, I played Sonic Adventure, Shadow the Hedgehog on GameCube. I played Legend of Zelda on my family's N64, and I would mostly play Elder Scrolls on the PC. And of course, naturally, at some point I eventually started doing quests and stuff like that. I don't really have that big of memories of that. There comes a point where you play a game so much, it's not that big of an event. But I remember the splendor and wonder of first playing Elder Scrolls. So that sticks in my head pretty damn well. And then lo and behold, when Skyrim got announced, it was fucking massive for my family. We saw the graphics and shit, and we were like, this is fucking crazy. We're not gonna need any other game. And I just remember, like, let's see, I was in middle school, I think 5th grade, maybe 4th grade. Something like that, man. I think I was actually in 4th grade. Let's see, what year was it? It was fucking 2011. Oh man, I don't even want to think how far back that is. Yeah, so I played it when I was younger, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. And I played Skyrim more and more, and I realized, man, this is awesome, question mark? Because the issue was, I wasn't really into it. Like, I had no passion for replaying it. I just wanted to play everything through And after I played it through once, I was like, okay, I don't want to revisit this game. And it took me ages to finally say, I don't think Skyrim's that good of a game. And now I'm at a point where it's like, I'm way, way older. And I go, like, Skyrim's a great game, but not a good RPG, not a good Elder Scrolls, at least precedent-wise. If Skyrim were in a vacuum, which is to say it's not a series, like it's not attached to the rest of the Elder Scrolls, then I would say it's a phenomenal game. But the simple fact of the matter is that there is precedent because there are games before it. And there are things that the previous games do that are just so much more interesting than Skyrim, because Skyrim and Bethesda as a whole infamously strip content and features from the games. It's ridiculous, and they do it because they know they can get a more casual audience. And lo and behold, with Skyrim, they got a massive boom. I think Skyrim probably put Bethesda in the mainstream finally. With Skyrim, everybody plays Skyrim, dude. It's nuts. Random people will be like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I play the Elder Scrolls. They're like, oh cool, I play Skyrim. I'm like, that is the Elder Scrolls. And it's just, this game really skyrocketed. With Skyrim, I want to say there are some good quests, but I really have to think. I know a lot of people don't like the Dawnguard DLC, but that's probably one of the storylines, if not my favorite storyline in Skyrim. And I think it's just because I like the atmosphere generally. I can't think of fun quest lines in Skyrim. Like, I'm thinking Dark Brotherhood, I'm thinking Thieves Guild, I'm thinking Companions, Mages School. It's not clicking. Like, I can't think of really memorable, awesome storylines like I can in Oblivion. I fucking hate Bleak Falls Barrow. Perhaps Skyrim's issue isn't so much that it's not that fun. Perhaps it's that it's kind of got some bad points, some really bad points. Kind of like Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. You've got this amazing game, and then you've got the Triforce Scavenger Hunt. And maybe Skyrim's much the same way, because this has Bleak Falls Barrow, and it has the main storyline. And both of those things are fucking dreadful to get through. Man, I fucking hate Bleak Falls Barrow. Nobody fucking likes this place. It's so fucking shit. It's just bad. It's just fucking bad. There's a lot of locales that are just bad that you have to go through to complete the main storyline. Climbing High Hrothgar sucks. Every High Hrothgar section, why can't I say words, man? Every time you go to High Hrothgar, you just know you're gonna be standing around for fucking eons, and it's so fucking bad.
coward was next.
Shut up!
Ah, the Dragon Stone of that.
So your information was correct after.
I fucking hate Delphine so much. I hate that she's even associated with the Blades. Boris and Joffrey didn't die so you could fucking exist.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Corky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
This bro's gonna do the fucking flight test. Okay, I hope nobody yells out Dovahkiin. The fuck?